Welcome to episode 2 of the Marvel edition of the Castles, Capes, and Clones Podcast. Today we'll be talking about Ryan Coogler deal with Disney, where we'll see Rhodey next, and more. We are Castles, Capes, and Clones, where we discuss everything in the Disney universe. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and do like this post. Hi, everybody. I'm Loren, and I'm here with my cousin and co-pilot, Rich. How's
Hello.
it going?
All right. How are you?
Good. I can't wait for WandaVision tonight.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting when we do this.
I know.
It's Thursday.
Yeah.
So we record this on a Thursday. But I have to change my viewing habit.
Yeah.
Because last week I stayed up, watched it at midnight, and then immediately watched it again and started taking notes and tried to do some sleuthing because it's in my head and there's no way I was gonna be able to go to sleep. So I just stayed up.
Yeah.
It's not healthy. So I am actually going to not watch it at midnight, but I wake up pretty early. So I'm just gonna do that and watch it before work at 4 a.m.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, so at least when I'm working, I can just be like, oh, what's going on? Who is this character? What's this name? What does this symbol mean?
I know. I don't do quite the sleuthing, but I know that after I watch it, I just sit in bed going, I wonder what this meant. I wonder what that meant.
Yeah, it's too much. It's so much of a mystery. Yeah, that I can't. Right. My mind is racing, and there's no way. So I'm like, I can't do this again. I have to just go to sleep, wake up as early as I normally do, and then watch it then. And then I can have the whole day when I'm actually up to think about it. And, in between my task at work, I can just kind of look up things when I'm like, who is John Doe?
Mm-hmm.
What does this color mean at this exact moment? Why did he say it like that?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah, that sounds like a good plan. All right, well, let's head into the news. Black Panther director Ryan Coogler has a 5-year deal, television deal with Disney, and one of the projects that he is going to be working on is one that is centered around the Kingdom of Wakanda. Which I think could be really interesting show. And to have the director of Black Panther show running the show can only make it great.
Yeah, and it's because I'm not surprised that they're making a show.
Yeah.
I am surprised that Ryan Coogler is as involved with it as he is.
Yeah.
Only because I would think that, outside of Black Panther, that he would be a sought over. Yeah, right. Who knows if he has time to kind of do this? Because it'd be almost like James Gunn doing a weekly or I was like Guardians, but another part, like a Nova Corps series or something like that, right? And James Gunn being also one of those directors that people want, I would be like, oh, he's probably going to relinquish kind of that role to someone else because it's still a Marvel thing.
Yeah.
So it'd be like him doing it, or Taika doing a series based on Carl Urban's character.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's cool. I wonder. I mean, obviously, I wonder what it's going to be about, but I wonder if it's going to be more like a anthology-ish thing, or is it focus around specific characters?
I would imagine that it would be more of an anthology.
Yeah.
And maybe, that they'd have different characters, involved and follow different stories and things like that.
I wonder if they're going to go history and tell stories of different Black Panthers throughout time. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure.
possibilities.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, they could. Seriously, they could do anything with the show. So,
right.
I think that it will definitely be. I think at least it will be a fun show.
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, that's at this point to me. I don't think Marvel can do wrong. I mean, like it's probably bad to put them up at on that kind of bar, but they've been doing it for 10 years.
10 years.
Even at, it's kind of like Pixar. Even at its worst, it's still entertaining and fun.
Yeah, I just watched Age of Ultron again, which I actually put as one of the worst Marvel films, and I still enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah, it's not a bad movie by any sense, but when you compare it to the rest of the Marvel movies,
right,
at some point you have to be like, oh,
it's something has to be at the bottom. Yeah.
Like I always say, that movie was always the middle chapter of a series. So it's like it's the one where it keeps it going, doesn't really have a specific, like, full complete story, but it gives you the main story, moves along, it gives you some exposition, what's going on, and then it goes into the third act or whatever.
Yeah, and it tries to give you branches into other things that are going on.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there's so much, especially now. Looking, I mean, like having the view of the Marvel universe now. Hindsight is 2020. There's so much in Age of Ultron that led into so many different things. So
yes,
it served its purpose, and it's it's a fun movie. Like I still love the party that they have in the beginning. So, and I kind of do like the Wakanda part, the when Scarlet Witch is doing her mind.
Oh yeah, in Sokovia.
Yeah. So
I mean, that led to the big battle between Hulk and Iron Man. So it was totally worth it for that, for sure. See, there were a lot of great parts of it. I mean, the creation of Vision, a lot of cool action sequences on Sokovia. Actually, the beginning sequence is pretty fun too. I know a lot of people panned it because of the use of CGI, but I mean, it's a superhero movie. There's going to be CGI,
At some point, you're like, it's still it's not based. The beauty of Marvel is that it's based in Marvel reality, but it's still very much a comic book universe. So,
and they still have a lot of practical, stunts and things like that. So it was a good film. I enjoyed it, even though I do put it on the lower end of Marvel. All right. Well, there are new looks at Falcon, Bucky, Baron Zemo, and U.S. Agent for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now, we've seen, Falcon and Winter Soldier, but that look of Baron Zemo in the mask, and the jacket, I'm like, oh, they are going full Marvel.
But
all he needs is a crown, and they've totally gotten.
And they might somehow incorporate it, but it's like Baron Zemo has, like, again, the comic book characters oftentimes their costumes only work in the pages of a comic book.
Right.
But Marvel's does such a good job at taking the most ridiculous looks and making it work in real life.
So true.
Like I keep going, like let's back to Loki. Like Loki, even in the comic book, was kind of like silly with those big. But then you see like
and things like that
in the movie, and you're just like, all right, it works. For whatever reason, it works.
That's why I'm hoping when they finally introduce the X-Men, that they'll put Wolverine
in the yellow.
Yeah, I really do hope that they, or at least something that, says yellow.
Right. I mean, they brought Mysterio.
Yeah, Mysterio. Yeah, they've done. I mean, when they go full Marvel, they go full Marvel.
Yeah, but I mean, Baron Zemo, his iconic look is that purple
mask. Yeah, the purple
thing, and like it looks ridiculous even in the comics. You're like, really?
Right.
But
yeah, because they did it. They committed to the purple.
Yeah,
like
he
is wearing a purple mask.
So I'm like, yeah, that's definitely him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no mistake. They tweak enough of it where it makes it work.
Right.
But you can still recognize that character out of anything. Like you can go like that's the problem with the X-Men, right? For the most part, you look at them and just like, unless you knew who they were playing,
right?
Like Wolverine without his, like he just looks kind of like Hugh Jackman, but then snickety snick, and then he's Wolverine. But if Hugh Jackman showed up in a yellow costume, similar to what his design is, without showing his powers, you would know it's Wolverine.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry, somebody came in into my place. So, anyway, yeah, I think that that they did a good job with this outfit, and the winter's over. The U.S. Agent one looks good too.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very Captain America.
Very Captain America, but at the same time, still kind of has those bars on his chest. Yeah. Very U.S. Agent-y.
So again, they whoever their costume designers are, like those guys are great at melding both comic book and like movie universe together without making it look silly, like I think the X-Men guys tried not to. But they went too off script with the looks in the X-Men movie. So at least the beginning, I think by the end they were trying to get more into, maybe we can make things look like they're comic book characters.
Yeah.
Except for Apocalypse, but whatever.
Right. Apocalypse.
I love Oscar Isaac, but
Baron. What was his name? Baron Ooze, or
I forget. The Power Rangers something.
Yeah, the Power Ranger guy. I forget his name.
I don't remember. But
yeah,
you're like, come on.
Ivan Ooze.
Yeah.
Come
on, dude.
Right.
If you're gonna do Apocalypse, then do Apocalypse. But if you're not gonna be able to do Apocalypse, like, I criticize DC, but at least their Darkseid kind of looks like Darkseid.
Yeah, they should have done him as a CGI. And the thing is like, Josh Brolin still delivered an amazing performance.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's not like because they CGI them that means that you're not, great as an actor.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of actors need to, realize that if they can do great vocal performances and then, they match in their face, do that kind of acting. I mean, I think that you can really go far.
I mean, it's still kind of an oversight that Andy Serkis never got nominated for Gollum. Because his performance makes that, and it is Andy Serkis. Like it might not be like him, like on screen physically, but like his facial expressions, his voices, like he even like did the whole like motion capture-y kind of thing.
Yeah.
So Gollum is totally Andy Serkis. Thanos is definitely Josh Brolin.
Right.
So Oscar Isaac's, not too shabby as an actor, so it's not like he couldn't have pulled it off.
He could have, yeah. He could have definitely pulled it off.
Though I feel like if that movie came out after Endgame came out, maybe they would have rethought how they did Apocalypse.
Yeah.
At least that would be something I would hope they would have done. But,
I bet you. I don't know. It's hard to tell because they did come out with Dark Phoenix. Well, no, Dark Phoenix was before Endgame, right? Yeah. I can't remember now.
Probably on the same-ish time, but
yeah.
So
New Mutants was definitely after. New Mutants was just the special effects were really good. The acting was really good. It was just, I think the story needed to be fleshed out a little bit more. So anyway.
I mean, it's all Disney Marvel now, so.
Right, exactly.
Yay.
All right. Anyway, we digress. So Kevin Feige had said that Don Cheadle as Rhodey, War Machine, he will be appearing in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And
I can buy that. It makes sense.
Yeah, it would make sense. Especially if they also include Thunderbolt Ross in there, or whoever. I just feel like there's going to be agents from the government there, and since he kind of plays that government liaison, that he'd be in it as well. And
also, I suspect there's going to be some kind of bridge to Armor Wars,
right?
So,
yeah, I mean, if you think about it, all of these series will probably be crisscrossing each other quite a bit.
Yeah.
So and into the movies and into the different television shows and television event series and all that stuff. Oh my God! I mean, if you think about it, we're just at the tip of the iceberg with WandaVision.
Just started.
Yeah, and next month, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then it just all goes crazy from there.
Indeed. Indubitably.
Yep. All right. Well, speaking of possible cameos, so I guess Marvel fans are thinking that Magneto might have a cameo in WandaVision. Part of that is based on Paul Bettany saying that there's a major character from the Marvel universe coming in. And then there was another report that I saw that the cameo is supposed to be Luke Skywalker level cameo, like really surprising cameo. I think that would be really cool and a great way to introduce Magneto, since he is their father.
Very possible.
Yeah. So,
I mean, if this is true, a lot of people point to bring in either Ian McKellen or Fassbender. I'm like, I don't think if it's gonna be a Magneto, it's gonna be one of those it's gonna be their Magneto.
Yeah.
Right. So
I don't think it's going to be Fassbender.
No, it's definitely not going to be Ian McKellen
or Ian McKellen. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I would love Ian McKellen, but he's way too old to be their father.
Yeah, I mean, that's. But yeah, I would leave it at whatever.
Right.
But again, it is the multiverse kind of thing. Everything kind of points to this where we see what the multiverse is or gets introduced. So,
well, it'll be interesting to see if all these rumors are true about Spider-Man.
Or any of them. So,
right, but I mean Spider-Man in particular, because we've been hearing rumors of all of these characters that are going to be in Spider-Man 3. Right. And, if this is true, it could open the door for anything, really. Because, there are rumors that Evan Peters is supposed to be in WandaVision. So, you never know.
He plays Magneto.
Yeah, Evan Peters was Magneto.
I mean, like, who knows if any of these is true? It could be this fan, whatever. So, you know, when you say like Luke Skywalker level cameo, there's so many things that could be Luke Skywalker level cameos.
Yeah, that's why this is just more like Marvel fans thinking that it could be Magneto, not an actual report that Magneto. But I thought it was interesting just because I know that we've talked about Paul Bettany, what Paul Bettany was saying, and then I was reading something about there being a Luke Skywalker level cameo, and I'm like,
yeah.
I never, for some reason, it didn't dawn on me that Magneto could be in it, but now that I'm hearing it, I'm like, it actually could make sense.
Never know.
Yeah, you never know.
So,
all right. Well, we have a couple of other stories in the comic news. They are switching the origin of Thor. Yeah. So basically, if you read the Avengers comics, there was an actual original Avengers team that consisted of Odin, the Phoenix, the first Ghost Rider, Starbrand, and the first Black Panther, and I can't remember who else was in there. But anyway, these are like from ancient times. And anyway, Odin and the Phoenix apparently had an affair. And so they are going to imply that Phoenix might be the mother of Thor. Yeah. But it could also be a lie that she could be telling. So it's interesting, but it could, it will definitely impact, I'm sure, Thor. But it would make for an interesting, it would make for an interesting storyline because they have been playing up this affair that Odin and the Phoenix have had for years. Yeah, I think that could be really interesting. Even if she was lying, just to have a storyline about it would be cool.
They're kind of crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, that's happening in Thor. And then Fantastic Four's history is going to be remade in Fantastic Four Life Story, which is written by Mark Russell and drawn by Sean Azaksky. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. I apologize for butchering your name. So that should be interesting.
Like they're retconning it, or
I think this might be because there was a Spider-Man version, Spider-Man Life Story, and I don't know if this is going to be the new origin for them or if it's going to be just not an elseworld, like an elseworldy kind of tale. But it would be interesting if they remade it, and if it would give us a hint as to what they're planning for the movies. I mean, I don't think that they could give like they're not going to do an actual, this is what's going to happen in the movies.
Right.
But I don't know, like some bits and pieces that were like, ooh, connect together or whatever.
Well, I mean, like I know that when the movies became popular, all of a sudden some of the comics kind of got closer to those versions. It's because most people are more familiar now with the movie version. So it'll be
Right.
interesting to see if this is a case of, we know there's going to be a Fantastic Four movie. They teased it.
Mm-hmm.
And so who knows? Maybe this will hint at something.
Yeah.
Tangent on the Fantastic Four.
Uh-huh.
So in real life, the SpaceX program is going to shoot up some civilians into space.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the logo for what this mission is?
No.
So the thing is called Inspiration 4, the Inspiration 4, right?
Really?
Now, when I look at it, when I first saw it, someone posted it on Facebook, and I didn't know what it was. And the caption, like, someone was like, "Do you want to go into space?" I'm like looking, going like, "Oh my god, is this like a? Did they do a teaser for like the Fantastic Four? Like like sometimes they do viral marketing. It's like go to that site,
Yeah.
and do this other thing." Because I'm like, the 4 in Inspiration 4 looks very close to a Fantastic Four 4. So it's got a circle, it's got a 4. I'm just like, wait, is this viral? And the whole thing is, it's a crew of 4, right? So it's like they have the one guy who's definitely a astronaut, but then there's like the 3 other spots are reserved for some civilians. Like this one will be Hope, and this one will be whatever. I'm like, until I start reading, like, oh, this is that SpaceX program. It sounded like a viral marketing thing for the
Maybe they are.
Fantastic
Maybe they
Four.
were inspired by the Fantastic Four.
Maybe, but I'm
Oh,
like,
interesting.
it looks so like if you saw, let's look.
Yeah,
up
it's got like
4.
it's got like a circle around the 4,
Yeah,
like a blue
that's
circle
why I was
around
like,
the 4.
I got excited. I mean, it's cool in real life, obviously, but
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, are they starting with the viral marketing for the Fantastic Four?
I bet you that they are. I bet you that something.
Right.
Who knows? I mean,
So
Disney has its hands in all different places, so you
never know.
You never know.
Disney, SpaceX.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So our last piece of news is that Hasbro has revealed its newest Marvel Legend figure, Maestro, during their latest Marvel Monday. Is the Hulk trending? Last time they revealed She-Hulk. So it could be. Maestro is kind of like this. God, how do you describe him? He's like he's a version of the Hulk.
Yeah.
But he's like, isn't he supposed to be from the future? Like a future Hulk?
I know he's like it's like he's got the intelligence of Bruce Banner.
He's got exactly. He's got the intelligence, but he's a villain.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, his figure sold out. So, yeah. But I mean, that's his pre-order. But I just found it interesting. I'm like, the last 2 were Hulk related.
She-Hulk. Well, She-Hulk is going to be coming out. Yeah. So it's just a matter of time before that show comes out.
Yeah. Some, probably because of WandaVision, I'm just I'm seeing patterns and all these kind of things in real life now. So I'm like,
darn you, Marvel!
I'm like, that's 2 Hulk characters.
Yeah.
In a row.
It could be that, it could be that all of this is related to She-Hulk. You never know.
That too, right?
Yeah. But maybe they're going to be working on a Hulk movie. Anything. The sky's the limit, really.
Yeah. I just know that I also broke the seal on those things because I bought She-Hulk. Well, I mean, I bought this Into the Spider-Verse figures.
Oh, I missed those.
I did find She-Hulk, and I'm going to look again when Firestar comes out. So I'm like,
yeah, I got to look for the Into the Spider-Verse, She-Hulk. at all.
I'm sure.
I really need to pay attention more to Hasbro's
just
emails.
Follow them on Facebook because that's where I learn everything.
Yeah.
Because they usually advertise what's going on for a week, and then like the times to pay attention to Hasbro is what's going on Fridays, because that's usually when they host Fan First Fridays. That's usually when they announce a lot of stuff, and usually when they announce it in the morning, by 1 o'clock our time, a lot of the pre-orders go up.
Wow.
The times will always either be 10 o'clock or 1 o'clock is usually what they are. And then, there's hope. There's hope they say it's not a Walmart exclusive, because Walmart's the worst when it comes to all this stuff. They're never there, ever.
Yeah.
But like Hasbro did kind of address the problems with both Target and Walmart, and they're trying to figure out different things.
Yeah.
This is why we need a Toys R Us.
I know. God. Canada, why do you get to still have Toys R Us?
All right. Canada.
One of the many reasons why Canada is awesome. That and Alpha Flight. Keeping in Marvel news.
But old Alpha Flight.
Yeah, Alpha Flight. Alpha Flight and Toys R Us.
I'll throw in hockey because I like hockey.
And socialized medicine. That's probably another awesome thing.
And poutine.
And poutine, yes. Yes. The more that I think about it, the more awesome Canada gets.
I just wish Canada wasn't so cold.
Right. I know.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Well, we have come to the end of our episode. And again, we have made good time, and that's what we wanted to try to make these episodes shorter. Be sure to like our posts and comment below what your favorite story was of today. Share our posts with your family and friends on your social sites. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell for notifications. You can always reach us at podcast@castlescapesandclones.com. Leave us your feedback, both good and bad. You can reach me personally on Twitter @LowJav and on Instagram @Loren Javier. How about you, Rich?
I can be reached on Twitter and Instagram @R2RomaSanta.
All right. Well, the opinions expressed on today's vlogcast are solely our own and do not represent the Walt Disney Company, its subsidiaries, or assets. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you later. Bye.
Yep. Until next time, make mine Marvel.